they dropped the scores down.
And Gin on the other. So Daly gets it down. He gets it to Carlton. Hand passes very quickly, heading forward. Coming out very strongly there is Chesterman. He dribbles the ball forward. Houlihan setting himself up. And he does a very good job to clear the path for Carlton. Some very good defence there by Bannockburn, but he's dragged to the ground. The umpire said that's okay.
It was.
Defence there trying to get on. Chesterman looks like he's been revved up. He's throwing his weight around in there, trying to get some opportunities. It's Pattiage has been penalised, I think, for a sling tackle. And Connor Jervis will take the free kick for Bannockburn in the back pocket. He goes back deep in front of goals and finds Clifton. Clifton will be looking for a target, and he finds another one in, I'm not quite sure who that might be Marnie, I think. So Hicks further down, and that's Perkins, who takes a mark at true centre half back. He finds another body going forward. This is Marnie, I think. He kicks across goal, and back to Jervis, almost in the same spot he started. He's fallen over. He's tackled immediately by Pattiage, and he's won the free kick back.
He might have been a bit unlucky too. I think the arm was around the shoulder.
It's ball did 360 degrees. Saliba tries to go for a free kick. The umpire wasn't having a bar of it, and it'll be a ball, a throw in. It's about 5 metres round from the point post. Werribee Central's in attack.
You can't interfere with a bloke like that when the ball's in midair. You're not allowed to do it.
So waiting for a throw in. Cunningham is in the ruck, trying to do something positive for his side. He hasn't done too much this afternoon. Ball's come out into the path of Culliver, who's had a great day. That's a lovely little pass, but just out of the reach of Crennan. McDonald tries to kick across the body. It's smothered. Another scrubby kick goes forward. Bannockburn are going to win possession. Osborne, that wasn't really a handball, I didn't think. Daly gets it across his body to McDonald. He's dragged off the ball without it. Crennan comes through, gets it across to Carlton. Carlton to Donnan. Donnan stab pass, and it's a good one. He finds Chesterman 48 metres out, almost directly in front.
He's put the whistle away there, the umpire.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. It mightn't have looked good on the live stream because McDonald flung his head back, but he was actually tackled round the chest, and the umpire got it right. It wasn't a high tackle.
So Chesterman now runs around. That's a horrible-looking kick. Lands at the top of the square, though. That is a very, very good mark by Pattiage. 15 or 18 metres out, directly in front. Strong use of the body. Geez, that boy's framed up a lot since I saw him last. He was a skinny kid.
He was.
But he's grown into quite a strong man, and he's played a pretty good game this afternoon.
Yeah, he has. I've got him down for a couple of quarters there, 2 out of the 3. So
he's got the flash boots on. Let's hope he can.
He has indeed.
Do you ever wear a pair like that?
No.
So Kaya Gomes, Pattiage directly in front, gets underneath it like a 9-9, and it's straight through the middle. And if scoreboard right, Werribee now lead by 7 points. And Tyler, which particular quarter are we into now?
We are currently 3 minutes into the Morris Finance.
The Morris Finance, major sponsor of the Geelong District Football Netball League. How you Werribee boys feeling? You twitching a bit yet?
Now still a long way to go.
Well, I'm not twitching at all because a lot of times you go and see, scraggly footy and that. I'm not twitching at all because I'm here to see a really good game no matter who wins. And it is a bloody good game.
I have enjoyed it myself, I must admit.
Real good game of footy.
Okay, we're back in the middle. We've got Daly again. I reckon it's been a very, very good player for Werribee from quarter time onwards in particular. I thought Gin has his measure early. He's got it again. He's got it to Carlton. Carlton, the very quick hand pass to Culliver. A big torpedo punt down to Kerr. Can't hold the mark, but he's battling on. He gets the ball out to Pattiage.
He's kicked another one.
The body, and he's kicked another one for the Werribee Central's team. That takes their lead out to now 13 points. That was great team play coming out of the centre. Daly to Carlton to Culliver, and a beautiful long kick under pressure. Well done to Kerr then, Grubby. He did a really good job to fight and keep that ball alive.
Well, he did, Rolsey, but as they say in the classics, Daly was too big. Gin started to slow down. The big blokes, they never get any smaller, do they?
Exactly right.
They never get any smaller.
And,
so Gin's got to have a superhuman effort here for the next 20 minutes to try and keep jumping to nullify the ruck contest.
They need to clamp down on Culliver if they're going to come back here, I think.
So Daly again goes up. Gin
that
time wins it, punches it forward, but it's Tyler Crennan who gets it out into the path of Taylor. Taylor wobbles the ball forward. Linehan Cunningham in the path of Chesterman. That's a throw, but he got down to the path of Houlihan. He kicks it long forward. Kerr is there, off his hands. Saliba keeps it alive, but the umpire has called it
goal
out.
umpire. Yep.
Eventually, the goal umpire ruled the roost there. Informed the boundary umpire it was over the line. We'll have a throw in just a couple of metres around from the point post. Gins move forward. Daly's stayed back. A kick behind the play. Linehan Cunningham gets it into the path of Chesterman, but Bannockburn's defence equal. They've caused a stoppage. 20 minutes out directly in front now. Ball goes up again. Gin gets most of that. Comes to Houlihan. He tries to kick it across his body. Smothered. Ball in dispute again. Chesterman off the ground. Kicks across the body. Touched. One behind only. It extends the lead now to 14 points. 89 plays 75. We're 6 minutes into the Morris Finance final quarter here at Victoria Park, Bannockburn. Clifton, the ever reliable, plays on, kicks down the line. He'd be looking for Mayborn. He jumps up. It's Culliver. He's swung around beautifully, evaded a tackle, but kicks beautifully in the path of Carlton. Carlton to Kerr. He hand passes in front of himself. He's dragged off the ball. That is probably going to be okay because there was someone near it. But I think Connor Jervis was looking for the boundary line.
You shouldn't have to hold your breath when that happens, but you do. You do in these days of footy.
Indeed. Okay, so have another throw in. Daly's pushed forward for this one, and he gets it over the back to Crennan. That is magnificent football. Daly, take a bow, big fella. A perfect tap out over the back. The running Crennan onto it. Takes 4 steps and a beautiful drop punt kick. Just scrapes inside for another goal to Werribee this quarter. That was champagne football, Grubby.
Well, it was, and I'll tell you what else it was. It was a contender for the Kempy Engineering. Read the play. Good on you, boys. Read the play. Play of the day. That was just classic football. You know, as I say, the smaller Bannockburn ruckmen don't get any bigger. And this bloke's very, very... They've done a great job on him too, don't worry. But he's so big that he's just got to tap out there, and Crennan read it beautifully and normally misses them, but he kicked that one.
In the middle, Gin very much up this time, gets it to Jervis. He kicks it across the ground.
Kick it in danger.
Umpire said in danger because big Paddy Daly had his hand on the ball when he kicked it.
Did he?
Well, let's look
and
for
the big fella...
Tyler Crennan's looking for a handball here.
Well, there'll be a few looking for it because he'd rather handball than kick it, the big fella.
There we go.
No, not there. You don't give it there. Just kick it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. You just kick the bloody thing.
Wow.
They've completely butchered that. Osborne picks up the crumb. He kicks forward, and it's Brodie Harding who's taken the mark, and he's kicked into the forward line. I think coming out there is that Henderson or Osborne. Osborne has taken the mark. Forward pocket, 45-degree angle, only 20 metres out. That was a comedy of errors on the Werribee side, which is a shame when they've got to themselves a 20-point lead. And that's not the sort of thing you want to be doing, giving them a sniff.
They go bang, bang, bang. Here's a goal. Just let Paddy kick it in this situation.
We called it before.
So Osborne has kicked it right through the middle, and that'll give the Tigers a little bit of a sniff. They'll be back in the game there. That was actually really disappointing. And, I suppose the little fellas that were running down Daly were just as much at fault as him.
They were more at fault than him because he believes he has to handball it. What he's got to say is, not this time, boys. Bang. Even if he doesn't kick it well, it's a 50-50 ball. You know? But look, we're all human. They're all young fellas. They're all going to make mistakes. You know, Bannockburn have made mistakes. Central have made mistakes because the pressure's been great. And that's what happens in a great game of footy.
Oh, in the middle again. Tyler, do you want to take a little bit of a go at this?
I'll have a go in the middle because I can see. Right. Back in the ruck, Daly and Gin. It's up to Gin to try and jump high again. He must be getting a little bit tired. Umpire waits for the boundary to get into position, and up it goes. Up the big fellas go. Daly gets the ball, and it goes to Crennan again. Crennan puts it down the forward line. Nobody home? Yes, there is. And a magnificent mark to Houlihan, is it?
Used his body there.
Gee, he just put his body in the way and they couldn't get around him. I think he hurt himself getting there. But he's taken the mark, Houlihan. He's probably 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. And these are the ones you need to kick after the opposition scores a goal to get your momentum back. So he's taking his time, Houlihan, as he should.
Once again, as we said, Grubby is an easy game when you get it out of the centre.
When you get it out of the centre like that. In comes Houlihan now. This is so important for him, this one. He kicked 4 last week. Needs a really good kick here. He's put it up there. That's not a goal. It's almost a mark to Linehan Cunningham, who's got his hands to 36 of them and held none. Unfortunately, he just can't quite grab hold of it today, but it's a point to Werribee Centrals. They go to 96-81 on the Morris Finance scoreboard. Go and see Martin Carter when you need a quid. And the Bannockburn's Bowden will kick the ball out now. He decides to run around and keep going. Goes well over there too, Phillips. Phillips is caught with the ball.
Don't lose it.
That is great play, Saliba.
Well, as I said, he's quick like a panther. He can be moved off the ball, but gee, he attacks it quickly. So, look, what he's got to do here is take his 30 seconds. There are a couple of goals up.
Not gonna.
I'll tell you what, I think he's missed it.
Ooh, yes.
Just
Yes,
to the
indeed.
right side of the post. Bannockburn now get but 1 point. Centrals get that 1 point further in front, 97-81 on the Morris Finance scoreboard. Out it comes there, comes out to Clifton. Clifton again. What will he do with this, Clifton? Straight down someone's throat? You betcha. Straight down the throat there of Connor Jervis. Jervis played a magnificent game, Jervis. On the right boot, decides to run through the middle of the ground. Puts it up towards the half-forward flank. And a beautiful kick too. And a really, really good mark there. Bannockburn, they're going to head into the forward line here. Need a goal badly. Up they go. And he's out the back. I don't know where they were, but he knew where it was going. Magnificent mark. We judged it beautifully. Turn around, son. I can tell you who it is.
Harding, I think. Brody.
It might
Brody
be, yeah.
Harding.
Is it number 1?
No.
It's number 57.
Sorry, number 57, I should say. Yes. Brody Harding now. He also 30 metres out, if that. Not even on a great angle. And has kicked a couple and has really shown that this kid can play football, actually.
Should never have him off the ground.
And he comes, and the umpire says it's a point.
Bad miss.
Didn't contact that one well.
No, he didn't. He didn't. They moved to 82, Werribee 97 on the Morris Finance scoreboard, Rob Cameron.
Is indeed. It's Werribee now have to get it out of this danger zone as quick as they possibly can. They've had some wonderful transitions of play. A couple of times they've got it from one end to the other without Bannockburn touching it. And ideally that's what they'll be looking to do today. So it's Culliver who's got the ball. He's very reliable. He's not quite in Clifton elite kicking, but he's not too far behind. So he goes long out to the half-back flank. He's looking for Saliba's over the back of the pack. He's done some clever little roving. He gets it out towards the boundary line, goes over, causes a throw-in. And I suppose in dispute is not too bad a spot for the Tigers, the Werribee Centrals team, who are leading by 15.
Where it is good for both sides because it's directly centre of the wing, isn't it?
It is indeed. So it's Gilbert who's in the ruck now. Darley's just come off for a well-earned spell, and he'll come back and certainly ruck out the rest of the day after he has 5 minutes. So it's been forced over the line again. This period of time for Gilbert's really, really important, actually, to make sure that Gin isn't able to dominate those stoppages. He's got to make sure everything is even. He wins that one down, and he wins it back again. Hand passes across to McDonald. He's a clever little hand pass across there to Culliver. He kicks it to Chesterman. He gets it into space. Saliba comes out and picks up beautifully, gets it to Chesterman, quickly onto the boot, comes across Perkins, wins the ball, tackled immediately by
Please don't play on the ball.
Cunningham. Yep, I've got the...
got it out in the end.
I've got the Dale Smiths.
Did you see Saliba pounce on that and pick it
Yeah,
up? His skills are unbelievable. I'll give him that.
He is certainly very, very good indeed. It's a tap out by Werribee Centrals, but it's Perkins who kicks it forward, but marking importantly for Bannockburn is for Werribee's Porter. He kicks it wide, and the ball has gone out of bounds. Half-forward flank, Werribee in attack, leading by 15 points, 14 minutes into the Morris Finance last quarter. Tyler, have a bit of a crack for a minute or two, son.
Before you do it wrong,
Greg Art's first touch for the day out there, Nugget.
Why did he go out there 400 miles in the air?
Not too sure. I don't think they're trying to save the game already. It's
No,
poor decision.
You go here.
All right, we're back.
Maybe Nug called it.
Ball back in. We've got Gin and Gilbert in that centre contest. It's been held up straight away. We've got an absolute pile on. And it's going to be a ball up on the far side, about 65 out.
That was actually, Nug got one more touch than he ever got in his career, I reckon, over there.
Back up again. Looks like Jin's got the first touch onto that one. It's headed out towards the centre. Into the hands of Jervis with a big boot forward to a tough contest between Osborne, and we've got Liam Robertson there. It's been held up again. It's come down and it's out again and held back in. It's tight quarters in there at the moment, boys.
As indeed kicked over the back of the pack by Phillips. It's gone right over the back of the pack. Kelly's got the run but couldn't quite get a handle on it, and it's gone through for a minor score. So it's 83 plays 97 now. We're 15 minutes into the last quarter. Culliver, who's worked every square inch of this ground today, he's done a marvellous job. Kicks out from full back to Robinson, puts it on the chest of Vesty on the wing. He's gone out of the game. Yeah, in the second half he has. He was brilliant in the first half. Got a couple of goals. He's away now. Kicks long down the line. He's looking for Kerr. He's come over the back of the pack. He's got a left foot kick on it. Saliba's got to show his skills here, but outbodied. The umpire has paid that a push.
Oh, no.
Well.
Oh, no, I can't agree with that. That was just magnificent body work.
Oh, the headphones are down again.
Just superb body work there. That's all that was. That was by Salah, who's done a pretty good job on Saliba all day. Yeah, that was disappointing.
He's that disappointed. He's put him back on and have a go.
No, what I was going to say, I've said it 3 times. Saliba can be pushed off the ball with strength, but he's like a panther when it hits the ground. And that's what I was going to say. But I don't know. I can't see that free kick. I'm sorry.
And then you flip it back. That one was all body, not a free kick there.
Yeah,
you come back to the one over the other side that was a blatant free kick every day of the week.
Anyway.
Mistakes happen. On we go.
Well, I suppose coaches will spend a lot of time with their players on technical errors, and I'm sure the umpires, senior umpires in the ground, might have a chat to that young fella because, yeah, that was an error, I reckon.
103 to 83 on the Morris Finance scoreboard.
It is what it is, and we're back in the middle. Daly still resting, so Gilbert, once again, that important period. He's up against Maybaum this time in the centre. It's vital for the Centrals that they get it out of there, and that Gilbert does that exactly that with a brilliant tap out to Culliver. Drop punt pass for him, and he's got Saliba on the run, on the chest, 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. And the young fella must be strutting like a peacock at the moment. He was doing a bit of fancy dancing after he kicked that last goal.
It's a bit of a tragedy for the bloke, his opponent. He's played pretty well on him. He could end up with 4 goals.
Yeah, that's footy, isn't it?
So Saliba now off the boot. Goal umpire goes backwards.
Oh,
he's hit the post. One behind only. It's a 21-point lead now. So 4 goals. Bannockburn have got a kick. It's a nice little pass from Bowden. He finds Clifton in the back pocket. Clifton's got one short if he wants it. That's Perkins. He's decided to go a little bit further, looking for a teammate further down the line. And for the first time today, I reckon he's had a kick and hasn't hit a target.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. Because he played on and then he was put under pressure. He's the type of bloke that doesn't need to play on. Just kick it without pressure, and he'll hit a bloke on the chest every single time. But he played on. He had to lift the kick in the air to get over the bloke coming at him. And, of course, it was a 50-50 competition then.
Over the back of the pack, Maybaum wins the ball. He's tackled immediately, can't get away. It's brought to a hold again, and the umpire will call for another ball up. We might have to see Bannockburn playing a little bit more in the corridors and the flanks at the moment. They've got to get 4 in a hurry. It's Maybaum's won it again. He's tackled to the ground by Gilbert. And we'll have another ball up.
Rob, I've seen Bannockburn a couple of times. They can do that, you know.
Most definitely can. Lear's got the ball. He's trying to find a path out the back of the pack. Can't. Werribee are very, very desperate. They sniff a victory, a very important victory for them. Osborne kicks it across his body into space, out into the half-back flank, but it beats everybody over the boundary line in front of the Morris Finance sign on the fence. It is their quarter, the last quarter. 19 minutes in, 21-point lead to Werribee Centrals.
You know what I think as well? I honestly think when the game has to be won here, this bloke here, Jervis, is obviously their best player today and for most games. I think he's been off for too long. I honestly think he's been off for too long. You've got to get him back out there the way he's played.
So Gilbert has lost the battle to Maybaum, who wins a kick, kicks it across his body. But Robinson again takes another mark in defence for the Werribee Central's team. A short pass from him down the middle of the ground, finds Houlihan, who's had a very, very good game today. Once again, wide to the boundary line, looking for and finding
McDonald.
a teammate there in McDonald. Left foot snap pass into the middle of the ground, looking for Chesterman. Chesterman does a good job to find some space for a teammate. Houlihan backs up after Chesterman gets the ball out to him, comes over the back to Lear. Lear hand passes across to a teammate. That goes wider again, and I think it's Marnie now. Kicks across down the line, but that is a poor kick. And Porter takes a relieving mark for the Werribee Central's team. Half-back flank. He's sucking in some big, deep breaths himself.
The chip was on there.
Wasting for the time. The umpire's called play on, and he's kicked it out in the full, has he?
Oh, no, not quite.
Oh, it's just
been
marked
marked
inside.
By the 6'4" bloke, luckily. Anyone else was over their head.
Robinson again has the ball in the back line for the Werribee side. Kicks down the line. Linehan Cunningham needs to be better than that. It's a great effort by Houlihan. Sells the dummy, kicks it long. Saliba waiting around the pack. Ball's gone the opposite side towards the boundary line. He was patrolling in the centre of the ground. And we have another boundary throw in.
The punch was too forceful on it. If it just lands, he can get back, but it just punched it too hard.
Went over the line. So Gilbert again, he's giving Daly a good rest, and the big fella coming to the interchange line now. It's Maybaum who wins a very important tackle. That was high. The umpires found a kick to Vesti. He kicked 2 of the first 3 goals of the day for Werribee, and he's going to be lining up for his third late in the quarter. 21.5 minutes into the final quarter now. I think the Centurions are home regardless of where this kick goes. I can't see Bannockburn kicking 4 in this last little passage of play.
Oh, look, I think he was a little bit unlucky because he was going down. Yeah. Now, it's still a free kick, no worries. But because he didn't duck the head, but he was on the way down. I don't know how else he could have stopped him, actually.
So Vesti runs around now, opens up the line, kicks. The wind will not bring it back far enough, 1 behind only. Extends the lead to 22 points as the 22-minute mark rolls up. Morris Finance final quarter.
What did he say?
Still in his Richie Benno impersonations.
What did you say, mate?
22-2. Righto, we're ball's kicked out. Half-back flank. Punched over the back of the pack. Bannockburn win possession of the ball. Kick across the body. Pack of players there. McDonald takes a mark, but it was touched. He handballs quickly forward. Coming on there, it's all. That's a very, very good bit of play. Gets it into the path of a teammate. He kicks it forward. Vesti can't control the ball. That's Thompson for Bannockburn. Gets the ball over the line. Missed a couple of those players in the passage of play, but I think it may have been Kilby who was one of those that was involved in that. Going to have a throw in again. It's gone up. It's Gilbert again. Daly's back on the ground now. That's a great bit of work there. That umpire might ping him for that. Yep. Had a chance playing quick.
Advantage.
Murdoch picks up the crumbs, gets it across to McDonald. He runs forward, left put, short pass, but it hasn't reached its target. Coming through the path there very strongly. Murdoch's backed up. He's kicked into the hot spot, running out. Linehan Cunningham gets it across to Paddy Arch, kicks across the body.
He's missed this
Too far. He's missed this 1-1 behind only as the 23-minute mark crosses. And the margin out to 23 points. Bannockburn desperate now. That's a quick kick forward and is marked by Perkins, half-back flank. He hand passes to Jervies. Jervies quick kick down finds Battaglia. He's thinking about running off, going now. It's off the side of the boot, but it's going to land in the middle of the square over the back of the pack. Gin can't hold the mark. The ball's been laid upon by many players, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. It's about a metre from the behind post.
Rob,
Bannockburn in attack.
I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, but Connor Jervy's been back on the ground 4 minutes and had 3 touches. Was I right?
I was going to say exactly the same thing. He's done his spell and then he's come to the interchange and sat there for 4 minutes before he could get on.
Yeah, I think he was off there for too long.
The umpire has penalised a big Daly for deliberately out of bounds. He's just hand passed from that ruck contest, just straight over the line. And if it's on the full, I know that it's an automatic free kick. I wasn't quite sure if it was on the full or not. But that is a kick and a goal
jeez.
from Kelly. It'll be his 4th for the afternoon, I reckon.
He makes the ball move.
It'd be 4, yeah.
4 goals to Kelly. Bannockburn's 13th for the afternoon. 13-11 plays 15-16. The margin back to 17 points. They still need to kick 3. And we're into the 25-minute mark of the Morris Finance last quarter.
Have you seen that paid this year?
No.
Neither have I. I haven't
Did he
seen
handle
it.
or did he tap it out of the ruck?
Well, he tapped it out of the ruck
Right.
to no one, and it went straight over the boundary
Yeah,
line.
it's a
Now,
ruck tap out.
yeah, if it's on the full, it's a definite free
Yeah, but
kick.
they haven't paid it all year.
Yeah, it seemed. Yeah, I don't see ruckman. I don't know whether because they're not that smart that they get extra
Wow.
penalty.
That's their job to tap it, you know.
Anyway, Daly, again, this one loops it over the back, looking for Crennan. It's very clever the way the two work together on that score. Murdoch does a very good job to hold his teammate, his opponent out of that position. He tackled very hard, and we're going to have another ball up.
He was very lucky there. I think it was Brady Carlton. He actually blind turned into the pack. Normally, that could be your prior opportunity.
Yeah. Daly again. Maybaum actually wins this one. Gets it down towards a teammate. He can't pick it up. Players on top of the ball again. Another ball up as we head towards the 26th minute mark of this Morris Finance final quarter, and that's getting harder and harder for the Tigers. Big reunion day. A lot of their faithful inside the rooms enjoying the afternoon. They may not be enjoying this so much. Ball comes out towards the wing, Beardsall and McDonald. McDonald very cleverly gets it in the path of Crennan. He's away now with a bounce. Runs through centre wing, a second bounce. Goes for a third bounce. He's in clear space still. Hand passes out wide into the path of Houlihan. He's got time to really steady. Kicks it long into the hot spot. He's looking for Gilbert. And the big fella. No, the umpire says played on. He had 3 goes at it. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
Don't think he controlled it.
There was one paid earlier that we agreed wasn't controlled, and that one I think he didn't get enough of
No,
it.
he didn't quite control each grab.
But it's Gilbert again now. He's got front position, gets it down, kick across the body from Vesti, but it hasn't been good enough. It's Clifton on the left foot, kicks out wide looking for space. A good job there from Murdoch to get the ball back into anyone's territory, and he's fought hard to keep it that way, and it's finally gone out of bounds. Far side of the ground. Good job by Murdoch.
Played a really good game, Murdoch.
Yeah.
I think.
I think McDonald's had a good
I
last
don't know. I'm a
quarter too.
commentator, not a timekeeper. Idiots.
The ball. Michael Colliver has just come over and asked us how much time's left. I don't know who thinks we are. Connor Jervis has had another
It's
possession.
not down the ground, no!
It is down the
No,
ground.
you can't pay that!
He has paid it down the ground. He was scruffed by Chesterman
Yeah, but it's
after
a
he
free...
kicked it.
No, he wasn't, though. He had the ball.
Well, it
It
should have been
a free kick to Connor.
free kick to Jervis. On the umpire is going to pay that. And we've got Leah, who's won possession of the ball for Bannockburn, just inside the 50-metre arc. He'll kick from probably bang on the 50.
He's tackled him as he kicked it, and it was high. So that means the free kick's got to go to Connor Jervis.
28 minutes goes as the ball leaves his boot, but it's across to the left, one behind only. And it's back Michael Culliver, who was standing in front of us what seemed a few seconds ago, is now in the square, taking the kick, and he finds a teammate in McDonald on the half-back flank. He's happy to take as much time as needed.
The way they've got in front is by moving the ball down the ground. Keep doing that.
So he's done that again. He's kicked into a very good spot looking for Daly. He didn't try to mark. He tried to get it over the back to one of his runners, but Bannockburn pushed the ball forward, and we've got another ball up. Had a lot of these today in boundary throw-ins, and Daly's done some really, really good work at these, and he's got another one over the back again, this time to Houlihan. He kicks along with an old wobbly torp down forward, and it's marked by Patiage, who's had a very good day. He sees space. Kerr is the one that he's kicking it to. I know he's found another one. Taylor's got it. If he had gone quick, Kerr was open.
I think he
decided to go back and seal the game himself.
Yeah, I think he was covered. He had to kick it quick. I think that's the best part. Take your 30 seconds and have a shot from where you are. I think he did the right thing.
No need for the risk.
29 minutes gone. 13-12 plays 15-16. Werribee Central 16 points in front. And Taylor has a chance to take that to 22. Kicking from 40 metres out. He's got right up and under. And one behind only. But it slows things up. It's Bowden who's got the ball in the back pocket. He's aware that he needs to move the ball quickly, and he's done that. He's looking for Perkins over the back of the pack. Running it on there is Lear. He's kicked the ball down the line. It's a very good effort by Dunnan. Battaglia picks up the crumb, pushes it forward. Robinson slaps it on his boot. The siren has sounded.
Siren's gone.
And that is a very, very good win to the Werribee Central's team. And as we said pre-match, Grubby and Joel, that may be a turning point in their season. How did you boys see it?
Look, I thought it was the best game I've seen all year, to be quite honest, end to end. In the end, it was, 16 points. And that was only because of that last quarter burst early in the quarter. The rest of it was nip and tuck all day. I think Bannockburn got out to an 18-point lead. Werribee pegged back. Look, it was end to end. There was good marks. There was a couple of beautiful goals, a couple of magnificent read the play, Kempe engineering plays of the day. That was going on all day. You know, Bannockburn, you can't be disgraced.